With the start of this music, although I hope you guys can hear it a little bit quieter this time. Hey yo people, I'm WhiteBladeZero, and if you don't know me, I don't blame you, and I forgot to start on this screen, of course. So, here I am again doing another little art stream thingamajigger, even though it's technically not a stream, but I am still premiering this, so I guess it technically counts. So apparently I've been hearing that June is considered Pride Month, whatever that is. And I figured for this art thing, why not do the only fan characters I have that, you know, are a couple and are of the same gender. Sure, different species, but who cares? So, you remember I did this character on my first one, without music. That was a big mistake. So, we're doing with Dimaza and her partner, Kathy the cat. Yeah, aren't they just cute together? Alright, enough of that. Yeah, I sketched this out some time ago, I forget how long, but yeah. We're doing these two. Let's get right to it. And yeah, honestly, I'm not a fan of how Dimaza's hat looks from the front. Her hat always seems to give me the hardest time for some reason. I just don't know why. But it does. I gotta do better with these hats! Alright. Let's get to the real deal here. Or something like that. I guess I'm starting with the hat. Now, if you don't know who Dimaza is, you can always just go back to the first one, the first art video I did. You know where I did this. And I go into full detail on her there. Also, you'll notice that I'm doing things a little bit differently with my art style again. Decided to change it up again. So, yeah. The anti-aliasing is turned off. And honestly, I like it this way. I like it a little better. At the same time, the lines are going to be a bit thicker. But hey, it works for me. So you remember who Dimaza is. Let's talk about her partner, Kathy the cat. Long story short, she never had an official family. Apparently her parents abandoned her after she was born. Although I haven't quite worked out the details of why. And she's been in many, many foster families. For some reason, not a single foster family wants to keep her. They'll have her for a little while, but then she would be sent back to an orphanage. Be it the same one she was in, or a completely different one. It's really sad if you think about it. All Kathy really wanted was to feel love. No matter what. She just wanted to be loved by somebody. Be it by family, or by a significant other. It was at that point that where she got to about where she is now in terms of age. I think I made her 16, I think. I forget. I think Dimaza is 18, I'm guessing. So yeah, just a 2-year gap. When Kathy was getting to be about that age, she was kind of getting a little confidence to live on her own. Actually, no, scratch that. I don't know where that came from. But basically, she meets another character that I'm still iffy about keeping, although I don't have his picture up. I probably should have kept that. That would be a character named Kai the Wolf. Again, I'm not sure about keeping him. I'm still kind of working out the details about him. But basically, she gets into trouble, he rescues her, and decides to take her in. Kind of like a big brother, you might say. Little did he realize that in the process, Kathy would kind of develop sort of a crush on him. Yeah, okay, I know. A cat and a wolf? Really? That don't mix. Yeah, but I hate it when these music files do that. They go for so long, but then it's just nothing but silence for like a minute. I hate that. That's a little high there. There we go. Or at least that feels a little bit high for me. But yeah, Kai was honestly the first one to really give Kathy what she wanted. Some kind of companionship. Although, little did she realize that something about Kai would kind of prevent him from wanting to feel, you know, love from a significant other. I won't go into detail about it, but let's just say he had a horrible experience at one point with another girl, and has sworn off love since. Or at least a significant other kind of love. It's really sad, but yeah. What can you do? Of course, he never told Kathy about this, because it's kind of personal, you know? I mean, would you want to disclose something like that to someone you just met? I wouldn't. So, yeah, Kathy's been with Kai for quite a while. Then she met with Dimaza and her friends, and joined in with their music troupe, the Freedom Flyers, as the second and last backup singer that they needed. Or co-star, you might say. Not really a backup singer, more of a co-star. But, yeah. That's the gist of it. At one point, when they were on a little vacation or something like that, the whole gang, they found that in the city they're in, there's going to be a big party or something. And they were invited. And Kathy was really looking forward to taking Kai out. You know, as like a date. But that's when she overheard about his little, problem. And it left her brokenhearted. She was pretty much convinced that she could never feel love. She could never get love, no matter how much she tried. But Dimaza, who actually developed a crush on Kathy for a while now, decided to take matters into her own hands. Maybe seen as taking advantage of her, but she had the kindness of intentions, so yeah, all that sort of thing. I still don't understand why I keep ending sentences with "so" and that sort of thing. I hate that. But in any case, eventually the entire troupe goes to the party, but Kathy decides not to join in any dances because she feels kind of left out. That's when Dimaza comes in and offers to just do it for funsies. But shortly afterwards, during a sweet song moment, which is not what's playing right now, I'll say that, that's when Dimaza revealed her true feelings. You know, and honestly, Kathy kind of felt a little bit unsure about it at first, because, you know, girl and girl, that sort of thing. How long is this again? I gotta remember to cut out these 10-minute loops, honestly. I really should choose better music, honestly. Yeah, we'll go with Gamma's theme again. So yeah, Kathy did seem a bit confused. She didn't outright reject it, just didn't know what to think. But eventually she came to terms and realized she didn't have to look for love anymore. She already had it, just never realized it. Dimaza was the one to finally give Kathy the dream she always wanted. The dream to feel love. And they've been together since. When I originally came up with Kathy and Dimaza, that was not originally what I had intended. I at first wanted Kai and Kathy to be together. But as time went on, I realized Kai doesn't really do much with all my characters. He's just there. So it felt kind of weird having him around. There have been a few times where I've been thinking of just cutting out Kai entirely. But at the same time, that kind of leaves Kathy in a bit of a situation. No one would take her in until she meets Dimaza and the others. I didn't want to do that. So I'm still kind of working out the kinks with Kai. And how he's going to fit in with these characters whenever I get to that part of the stories. But just the same, Kathy and Dimaza are a couple now. Some people may reject it because, you know, it's a same-sex relationship. And some people are against that. And me, personally, I'm not into that. I'm more of a straight as an arrow kind of guy. But, before you start giving me hell about it, know this. I'm not really a supporter of it, but I'm not against it either. I'm more neutral to same-sex marriage and relationships like that. And if I may be blunt, I think it looks kind of cute with females, but kind of grosses me out with males. I don't know, maybe that's just me. And I'm not going to criticize or ridicule anybody that thinks otherwise. That's just my opinion on it. Everyone's entitled to it. And I respect what other people think about it, as long as they give out their opinions respectively, and not just like force it. Oh, my opinion is fact, yours is false, nothing else matters, yada yada yada. No, I'm not going for any of that. Yeah. So, now you know some of Kathy's backstory, let's get on with some of her characteristics. You would think being a cat she'd be very nimble and such. Well, in a way she is, but she can be absent-minded at times, which can lead her to some anime-like embarrassing situations, which I will not go into detail on. Just in case there are any young viewers out there that don't seem to understand that they're not supposed to be on YouTube until they reach 13. Either way. Kathy is a sweet cat, don't get me wrong. Just again, that absent-mindedness can sometimes land her in a little bit of trouble. But... and there is one other thing, and this is kind of a risque subject. Dimaza here, she's got a big chest. Kathy does not. She's kind of got more of a flattish kind of chest, and she's kind of sensitive about that. I mean, I can kind of understand any girl would feel like that if they were in Kathy's position. So, again, like I said, it's kind of a risque subject, but that's a characteristic I wanted to give her. So, Kathy does sometimes feel inferior to other girls, or other women, or however you want to put it. Just because she's a little underdeveloped. But her friends always reassure her that size doesn't matter, no matter how you look at it. There's a lot of people that look up to her. Or rather, not really look up to her, but just try to keep her happy. Everyone loves a happy kitty. I know I did once. And I bring that up as the sad music comes up from Sonic Unleashed, so... let's go to something else then. Whatever that something else is, actually. Although I suppose I could bring up a little bit of backstory. Well, not backstory, but more of a behind-the-scenes thing when creating the character. For Kathy, and pretty much Dimaza as well, I use a Sonic character creator on DeviantArt that lets you choose between different pieces and clothing and what have you to create your characters. That was sort of a template for when I first made them. Kathy did not look like this at all. Excuse me. Instead, her hair back here looked a lot more like a hedgehog. But I had no intention of making her a hedge cat. She was going to be a pure cat. So, another 10-minute? Yeah. 2 of them. I'll let this one go. This is a good one. So, Kathy had that weird beta look for quite a while, making her look more like a hedgehog than a cat. Or at least a hedgehog with a cat tail for some reason. Eventually, I just got rid of that feature and made her hair look a bit more cat-like. If that makes any sense. So, now you know. Now that I've said all that, I'm not sure where else to go in this whole conversation. It's probably one thing I always find kind of strange when it comes to doing these things. I can never understand how Bob Ross could do it. Just talk for half an hour endlessly while doing his paintings. I can never get that. But I sure as heck respect him for it. He was a good artist, and no one can replace him, I think. Sure, people can learn his craft, but I don't think anyone can truly replace him. Quite an inspiration to us all, methinks. Wow, I'm getting really that dry already. I guess it's clear I haven't done this in a long time. Very apparent. I guess I really gotta do these videos a little more often. Try and get myself back in the groove of talking for a while. For whenever I get that new graphics card. Yeah, I've mentioned this numerous times, and I'm not going to go into full detail again. So sure, by now, you're probably tired of me talking about that. And if that's the case, I don't blame you. Just like my intro. If you don't know me, I don't blame you. Do do do. Boom 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 boom. Do 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 do. Come to think of it, I'm kind of surprised that this theme wasn't in the Sonic movie, or at least the first one. Unless I missed its remix, if there was a remix. Well, regardless. And no, I'm not going to talk about Sonic 2. It's a good movie, don't get me wrong, it's fantastic. But just in case for those that have still not seen it, I ain't spoiling. Sorry folks, this is a spoil-free zone. Spoil-free zone, Act 0. Okay, I admit, that was pretty lame. So I don't know why I gave myself a strange laugh like that. But, what can you do? matches. That is good. Well, I never said I was perfect at this. If you hear any background noise, I apologize. That is, if you do. I don't know if you do, but just in case you do, I apologize. I'll take care of the eyelashes later. Nope, I thought I was at the eraser tool. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I think it's time we finally get to Kathy. We've been on Dimaza for quite a bit. Honestly, who can blame her with a figure like that? Alright, let's get to Kathy before things get even more awkward for me. Well, for anyone, really. Yeah, speaking of awkward, you can definitely tell in the sketch that things are a little bit awkward for Kathy at the moment. Although she doesn't mind being hugged by her lover, I think Dimaza could have chosen a better spot to plant her face. Oh well. Honestly, I don't think Dimaza's the kind of girl that would really mind. I know that there are some that would, and I would not blame them. Not that I've ever experienced that myself, though I probably should not even bring that up. Point is, I don't think anyone would want to be in this situation, unless they were really dirty. It's been 10 minutes already? How time flies. And there's something a little bit different with his eye this time. Oh, this is a good one. I remember I played this when I first did my how to be a voice actor video. Believe it or not, that was for a school project. We basically had to make a tutorial video, and I figured, well, Shippage took down his old video on how to be a voice actor, so I might as well make my own. And I did. I think that's a good spot. Doodly-doo. Though I will say this, I think with that voice acting video I did, it's definitely dated now, and I could definitely do something better in the future. If I can ever get back to editing videos again, I can definitely see myself doing a new one. Unless someone else is gonna beat me to it, so you never know. I wouldn't at all be surprised. And if they do beat me to it, I'll probably do my own version anyway. Not to one-up them or anything, but just because I wanna. That's kind of why, for the most part, I do videos like this. I don't want to one-up anybody, I just want to do my own thing. Yes, arms. One of my least favorite subjects. But I think I made her arm in the sketch a bit too long. Yeah, that's definitely too long an arm. So I think I'm going to draw the hand first and then work the arm afterwards. I mean, it's true, I want to make videos that are entertaining, but... And it wouldn't hurt to build an audience, but at the same time... I don't know, I'm kind of mixed, honestly. I mean, back in the old days when I was an amateur machinimator... I don't know what the hell that was supposed to be. I definitely enjoyed being kind of popular back then. That's how I got most of my subscribers these days. And yet now, since I've stopped, most of those subscribers are still there, but my views have just plummeted severely. The views just don't match the subscriber count. Which makes me wonder why you guys are still subscribed to me in the first place, if my videos don't seem to get your attention. Are you just hoping that I go back on my word and go back to who I was before and totally suck at it? Because you know that's going to be the case. Or is it just because... whatever. I mean, true, nowadays I don't want to, like, beg for subscribers, views, or whatever. It would be nice, but I don't want that to be my prime concern at this point. Yeah, it would be nice to get feedback and all that sort of thing, because I want to improve and not just get all rusty, dirty, and such like that. I don't know, I kind of don't want to get off on this rant again. I've brought it up a few times before in the past, and I don't want to bring it up again. Although, knowing me, sometime in the future, I probably will, again, and probably won't be proud of it. Well, regardless. Alright, let's see how long the arm should be. Let's see if I can visualize it. So it starts there and all the way down to about... there? Oh, that seems a little short. It's a toughie. Measuring my own arm just going downwards. Looks like it goes just about below the hip. Or right at it. So maybe about here's the spot. Let's see how it looks. Yeah, I think that'll work. That should work. Don't worry about these cloud things here. I'll take care of that in a different layer. Question is, when am I gonna set the premiere for this? That is the question. When would be a good day and time to premiere this? That's what I want to know. Hard to tell with time zones. I think her ear needs to be a little bigger. Looks about right, and it's already been 10 minutes. It's amazing how fast these 10-minute loops last. Ain't it? And in case anyone is asking, no, I did not see the footage for Sonic Frontiers yet. And I don't intend to because IGN. That's it. I don't agree with IGN, honestly. After their horrible review of Sonic Unleashed, at least the 360 PS3 version, which I'm sure some of you remember I did an awful commentary on a while back, like years and years ago, and it does not exist on YouTube anymore because I took it down. Yeah, they really decided to take a dump on my favorite Sonic game. It's kind of weird I say it's my favorite Sonic game, although, to be honest, I haven't played it in a long time. I don't know what's up with that. Maybe I just have to be in the mood, I don't know. Still, at least based on the trailer I saw for Frontiers, the new one, it looks interesting. I'm interested to see how the combat style is going to work. As that is definitely not a regular homing attack. I don't think it's going to be just that this time. It's going to be a little bit different from the looks of it. I think I better add the eyeliner for the eyelashes. I've always found this to be a tricky part when it comes to drawing female Sonic characters. These thicker lines for the eyelashes. I don't think Dimaza needs it. Not necessarily. Well, so far so good. You know, looking at Kathy's hair right now, she's definitely looking more like Sonic. I may have to rework her design. Again! I suppose I can come for another time. No, before you ask, she's not related. She's not related to Sonic, or Blaze, or anything else like that. She's her own cat. Same with Dimaza. She may be an Echidna, but she's her own Echidna. She is not related to Knuckles, Rouge, etc., etc., etc. No relations there. And I really gotta stop bringing these old pics up. Well, I guess I'll start on Kathy's leg next. And slim hip area. You know, hearing this music, I can only think of the cutscene in Unleashed after, the Dark Gaia Phoenix is bested. And the temple is... The Gaia temple is back to its normal state. Then we see the Phoenix in its original form. Before the Dark Gaia influence. And again, how Chip just magically just digs another thing of chocolate. I still wonder how he always got all that chocolate. Did the Professor Pickle give him all of it or something? You know, except for the first one, because he gave that one to Tails when they first met. And again, I'm just rambling. This seems to happen to me a lot, don't it? I don't know how to feel about that. Yep, dum dum dum. Yep, dum 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 diddly dum dum. Yep, dum dum dum. And Eggman. Which reminds me, I gotta get back to screen sharing my run of Sonic Adventure on the Dreamcast at one point. Yeah, on Discord with some friends, although I'm not going to disclose my Discord. I'm keeping that private. Some time ago, I was screen sharing the original Sonic Adventure on my Dreamcast. Yeah, I finally got some proper cables for that thing, and it's running again. Not that it couldn't run before, I just didn't have the proper cables to connect to my TV. And there have been some significant differences between that and DX. I'm hoping one day I can share all that. I know one big one that people seem to always get mixed up is Cream's appearance in DX. People assume that just because she's in DX, that means she appeared in the original as well. That is not true. I've mentioned this numerous times, but people always seem to argue it. that Cream was in the original on the Dreamcast, therefore that was her debut. This is wrong. Her debut was in Sonic Advance 2 on the Game Boy Advance. That was her first appearance. Her cameo in DX, was again just a cameo that was added to that remake. That's it. Now you may think, oh wait a minute, doesn't she appear in like the re-releases on Xbox and whatever? And that has Dreamcast graphics, I think. So therefore, she's in the original. No, no, no. What I mean by Dreamcast original, I mean on the original Dreamcast hardware, not like a remake of some sort. People are seeming to get that mixed up about my favorite rabbit, and it drives me nuts. Matter of fact, I even proved this, but with a Twitter post some time ago where I show a clip of the first time Cream should appear in DX, but is not present in the original. If I remember to, I'll probably remember to share that in the description as well, in the pinned comment. I don't know. Again, it all depends if I remember to do all of that. You never know with me. I always have a habit of forgetting these things. Oh yeah, this remix of Sonic Boom. I was kind of psyched when I first heard this in Sonic Gems collection. Whenever I would go in there to check out the images again, and see if I unlocked any new ones, I would always switch to this song instantly. So I always liked it. In fact, let's turn this up and start it again. Here we go. Yeah, needless to say, I like that remix. Granted, I wish that original file had a bit more to it, but, you know, kind of looped, but, beggars cannot be choosers. No siree, Babaloni. Babaloni, what the hell? Okay, so far looking good. Stop it! Right about there's enough. That's where I'm gonna stop anyway. Not this recording, but just where the drawings are gonna stop. know, I just realized looking at the sketch, I think I make Kathy look a lot taller than she's supposed to be, actually. I don't know. I'll figure something out. I suppose one of these days I ought to record a bonus feature for my Sonic 2 LP. Because I never did show the ending for Sonic and Knuckles, or what happens when you get all the... Nor did I show off the special stages, or what happens if you get all the Chaos Emeralds. Oh well. Thanks to Sonic Ages 2 on the Nintendo Switch, I can show those off a little bit easier. Because I don't have to worry about codes and what have you. Do 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 do. I've always liked how that ended. There's some exciting Unleashed music. And then there's Eggman again. I'm sure this was when he first showed off the Egg Dragoon. Honestly, I kind of wish the Egg Dragoon stayed in Unleashed. Well, either in Unleashed or both that and Generations. I think the Dragoon's inclusion in Sonic Forces was not really needed. Because Eggman used it twice and lost. Oh, I know what this is. This is when Sonic and Chip first reach Eggman Land. This is what it was. And speaking of Eggman Land, I thought I randomized everything, but I guess those two wanted to stay together. Fitting. Somehow. Is it really fitting? I don't know. Then again, I question a lot of things. I do hope you guys are enjoying this, or at least enjoy listening to it in the background if you're doing other things. Which is also partially why I'm doing this kind of video, because I also want to give you guys something to listen to in the background if you have other things to do. Like, you know, chores, or doing your own artwork, or playing games, or whatever the case. As long as it gives you something to listen to whilst I'm working. If you call this work. I don't know why, but there are times I always want to call this work, even though it's really not. I think I know what I want to do for Kathy here, for her other leg. Right about there, and yeah, I've got that sorted out at least. Yeah, I'll just keep it straight. Okay, the legs are not, the pants are not that wide. There we go. Separate a little bit like that. There's Dimaza's other leg. There's the end of her boot. Okay, besides the eyelashes, did I miss anything? Doesn't look like it. Oh, now for some of the minor details, which I will put in a separate layer. Well, except for one thing. Alright, that should do it. Now the rest is going to be a separate layer. That's a little too much. The folds of clothing. They're always a little bit weird to me. And Dark Gaia Phase 1. Definitely seeing what that one guy was talking about. Some of these lines look a little blocky. That's what not using anti-aliasing does. That's what happens with digital art sometimes. Sometimes you just gotta create these shortcuts. Especially if you want something to look the way you want it to. Sometimes these things just have to be done. For the greater good of art. If you call this art, that is. Do I have to do this? No, I really don't. But do I want to? Yeah. I wish I could have done better with Dimaza's hat, but what can you do? Oh, right, it's the hub world in the 360 and PS3 version. I was wondering what this theme was from. Now I know. That'll do for that. I think it's time to move on to the color phase. Since we started on Kathy, I guess we'll finish on. I guess we'll take care of her next. But the first, time to reducify the canvas. Not too much, of course. That should do. Right about here, right about there. If that's good. Won't be the final size, but better than nothing. Yeah, malicious fingers. Okay, that should do. Simple color designs, but effective. For Dimaza. For those wondering why I named her Dimaza, I just wanted something different. Something unique, you might say. That, and I'm a fan of Disney's gargoyles. You know, Elisa Maza. Yeah, that's where I got that part of her name from. It sounded like a good idea at the time. Can you blame me? Actually, I just realized. There. That's better. eyes. I'll take care of that later. You know you're bored of your own video when you're all out of words to say, and you're just listening to the music like something. I don't know what I was gonna say, honestly. It's amazing how different things look after you add color. And speaking of Sonic Advance, the boss theme of Sonic Advance 1. Definitely a menacing one, but surprisingly fitting. Kind of. If Eggman was an actual threat these days. We all know he seems to be more of a joke these days. It's a little upsetting, but... oh well. It's all the writer's fault, that's what it is. Or why they ruin characters like Tails, Shadow, and refuse to let characters like Cream come back to the fray. Yeah, I'm still salty about that. But, it is what it is. Not much can be done about that. Alright, color-wise everything looks good. Now I gotta add the eyelashes. That's gonna be fun, fun, fun. But that's what multiple layers are for. Oops. I forgot to add the color for the rest of... for Dimaza's other glove. Oopsie! That's better. As a matter of fact, before I get to the lashes, there's one more distinct feature of Kathy I forgot to take care of. The markings in her hair. Yeah, for some reason I decided to give her markings. Orange markings at the end of her hair. I don't get it either. But, yeah, I did. Usually at the end of her hair, ends of her hair and the end of her bangs. I don't know what I am doing right now, but hey, it's fun, I guess. Alright, now we can get to the lashes. It seems from all my talking, my lunch is already starting to go away. I'm starting to feel hungry again. I don't have time for a snack now. I'm already too far deep into this thing. I think the next one ought to go up here, I think. Whoops. Haven't merged them yet. Alright, there's Kathy's lashes. Now for Dimaza's lashes. And have them line up with how her eyes are right now. Although seeing her hat is in the way, it may not even matter that much. Still, never hurts to have them. That's the greatest of all the sacred swords. Excalibur! Yeah, I think with her hat in the way, I don't think these lashes really matter that much. I remember I used this in a Pokemon Battle Revolution tournament. At least in the video of one. I didn't do well in that tournament. But I did my best. Even though I did make quite a few mistakes and didn't really raise my team all that well. Sure, some of you longtime viewers may remember that. Oh boy. That was something. Should have done it this way in the first place. Where's Dimaza's lashes? Well, kind of. Close enough, I guess. I think I'm gonna give myself a little stretch for a bit, so I'm gonna mute the mic and be right back, guys. And I'm back. Let's see if OBS is still recording this. Yep. That thing's still going, which means I'm still recording. Good. Well, it's only been about an hour and 20 minutes. Wow. This is going by fast. Well, I suppose when that happens, I guess I answered my own question. But first, a mistake I noticed. Where's the rest of Dimaza's back foot? Yeah, let's see if we can fix that. Let me see here. Right there, so if I go about here, I think... There's the end of that. Oh, wait. There we go. Yeah, that looks a little better. That looks more complete. Kind of. Not necessarily. And the song is going away as soon as I come back. Because of course it does. Well, while I was away, I was contemplating on whether or not I wanted to add shading. And I think I will. So one way I used to do it, and one way I'm probably going to do it again here, select all the outline, make this invisible, make the sketch invisible for now as well. Then in a new layer, recolor it in. Then in the main file again, select everything that's not colored in, and do the same. Huh? Wait a minute, what? Of course I missed a few spots. That's one way to check and make sure you didn't miss anything. Because now I know better. Alright. That takes care of that. And make this... Yeah, we'll do that for now. That'll do. There are some things that don't need shading, such as the end of a nose, or the highlights in the eyes. Alright, let's get to work. Of course, by we, I mean me, so I don't know why I say these things out loud. Shading for a hat is one thing I'm gonna have a difficult time with. But I'll figure something. That looks better. Okay, that's not bad. Okay, yeah, there's the Egg Dragoon. I had that mixed up earlier. Night of the Wind. And no, I'm not going to be singing the song. I don't think of myself as a singer by any stretch. Sure, I randomly sing in my LP sometimes, but that doesn't mean I'm a singer per se. If that makes any remote sense. Sometimes I even wonder what comes out of my own mouth. You ever feel that way? Where you just say something but don't know what it is you just said? Yeah, I know it's the instrumental version, but that's just to make sure I don't get any copyright issues. Call it whatever you want, but I just like being safe than sorry. As the old saying goes, and words I like to live by, better safe than sorry. As the copyright system on YouTube's been a little bit weird lately anyway. It's always hard to figure these things out. Kinda nuts, really. It's weird how I'm still doing this, and yet I still haven't said much for a while. Again. Why do I do this? Why do you watch it? How do you tolerate me? Yeah, I'm not really worried about all that. Well, okay, maybe that's not entirely true. I guess there's still some bits about me that I'm unsure of. But ain't we all like that? We've all got these things we're not really sure about. As sad as it may seem, it's the truth. Yeah, that's the theme I chose for Taffy and Xenoverse 2. It's kind of funny. The other night I was rewatching some of my Xenoverse 2 videos. And I miss doing those. Wish I could do them for the other characters I've still got to do, but again, still need that graphics card. Of course, you all know the reason, so why do I keep bringing it up? That's what I'm asking myself. Why do I keep bringing it up? Who knows at this point? Maybe I'm just tired, because now I don't know what else to talk about. Again. Hearing this theme does remind me of the time I played this during a different Pokemon Battle Revolution video. Whereas in that one I was using a baby team. And I played this music over the Lava Coliseum. Or Magma, whichever it was. And I've had some people complain that it didn't match. I can understand why, because it's an ice theme and it's playing in a lava field. But at the time, I wasn't really worried about that. I just wanted to play something that felt fitting to the battle, not so much the arena. But, oh well. Some things are what they are. Well, this feels kind of satisfying when these video game songs actually have an ending. And don't just go on endlessly. Or just fade into darkness. Know what I mean? Fade into darkness. What is this, Kingdom Hearts? Why am I not talking? I need to say something, otherwise you guys are going to be bored to tears, no doubt. I don't know what's up with me, but I am not liking the silence I am giving. Nor the fact that I'm apparently talking in sing-song for some reason. You know, I guess adding the shading here does make Kathy's hair seem less hedgehog-like. I think. the same time, I guess it all depends on how the hair is shaded. I'm no expert. I think I'm gonna hide that, just because it's kind of distracting me. It's a little bit hard to see what I'm doing. I will say this, trying to shade hands isn't exactly easy either. Because I can never tell what should be shaded and what shouldn't. Try saying that 3 times fast, boy. Sometimes it helps to make an educated guess, I suppose. I don't know. I don't know about that. Like I said, hands are strange to shade. That'll do, I guess. Where am I missing? Oh yeah, Dimaza's dreads. That's gonna be a fun one. That was a horrible impression. I could have done much better. Oh well. I'm not doing this to show off my vocal performances, if any. This a loop? Yes, it is. I think I mentioned this before, but yeah, I think I did actually. But in case you don't know what I'm talking about, I've mentioned that Dimaza's family doesn't exactly approve of her liking girls more than liking men, you know. So I feel like now I'm just scrambling to stop the rambling. I guess. I don't know anymore. Who am I? Who are you people? Okay, that's enough playing around with that. Trying to figure out the shading on dresses and skirts isn't exactly easy either. It's always hard to tell. Especially with the kind of dress that or skirt that Dimaza's got. I don't know. There I go saying I don't know again. I say that a lot, don't I? Gotta learn to break that habit. I think there's a lot of habits I gotta learn to break. And no, I'm not telling y'all anything. Let me see. Okay. You know, I just realized this part of Dimaza's boot looks like one of those Among Us crewmen. So I guess you could say her boots are a little sus. Womp womp womp. Yeah. If her boots were around, they'd be made for kicking me, that's for sure. Especially after that. No, I don't think there'd be a shadow there. Now, what's left is Kathy's leg. I think. There's her hand, arm, tail, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Everything's looking good. Stop it! I know what you guys are thinking. I know what you guys are thinking. It's on screen right now. And now it isn't. So I'm just saying, stop it! Wow, that sounded like someone needed to get that car tuned up. Badly. Sorry if that caught in the mic. But yeah, that thing did not sound healthy at all. Surprised it was still running if it sounded like that. Yeah, I think that's about it for that. Let's put this back to the gray it was at. Okay, duplicate, turn this into overlay. And there we go. Shading's got a little bit of color. I think for this it's multiply, is it? Or is it just leave it alone? Darken? I don't know anymore. Just leave it alone, I guess. Yeah, that looks good. That looks very good. Thank goodness the shading still sticks around. That definitely helps. Kinda. Now it's time for the cloud work. Of course, I'm not the best when it comes to drawing these steamy clouds, but what can you do? And it does not help that the color is blending in, so I better fix that. Sorry if this is a little bright on the eyes, but I gotta do what I gotta do. Ah, yes, Begonia. Can't go wrong with good old Begonia. Nope, I want the eraser tool. And when it's a nice day, you know people just gotta rev up their engines. Oh, brother. there's that one. I think I might have to do these one layer at a time. That spot looks kind of good, actually. Nope, nope. I don't even know what I'm doing right now. Oh, God, no. I guess that'll have to do for the moment. Well, I guess considering everything else I've got around here, I might as well just improvise all the way. Alright. There's this one. No, it shouldn't look like that. What am I doing? Should look a little more straight than that. You can probably guess where I'm getting this smoke idea from. Well, smoke, steam, whatever you want to call it. If you don't, I got it from a clip from seeing a clip of Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. Yeah. I think you got the idea. Chips change, right. behind. That's where it belongs, technically. Next. I think this one will go behind as well. Can't go wrong with a good piano solo. Move this to the back as well. Sometimes I think it fits better there. Now for the last one. Well, it's supposed to look like a exclamation mark. It's part of a joke. Doodaloo doodaloo doo, doodaloo doodaloo doo, doodaloo doodaloo doo, doo. Sorry if I murdered anyone's ears back there. Alright. Just right about there, and that should be good. I hope it looks like an exclamation mark. Otherwise, I think I screwed it. Well, screwed it up, that is. This has been going on for a while. Let me see, how much blur should I put in this? Yeah, 8 looks good. But I think for the ones further back, I think I ought to give it a little more. Double it to 16? mean, it kind of works. I think I'll do it for all of them, actually. See how that looks. First these back ones to 16. And let's see how these ones look. Not bad, actually. Not bad. Well, I don't need the sketch anymore. Let me see. Dimaza's declaring her love here. Her unbridled love, so... that's about here, I think. Actually, is there a perfect size? Maybe? Set it like that. That should be good. Next one, the heart. It's gotta be a heart. I mean, what else would it be if you're declaring your love for someone? Nah, that's too dark. This seems a little too sinister for this. This remix is a little sad, but I'll take it. That's good enough as it is. fun part. The blush. The blushy blush for a certain floofy floof. Floofy floof. Really? I think I want to try something different this time. Hmm. Would that work? You know, looking at it after a while, I'd say it does work. Yeah, that'll do. That will do nicely for the blush effect. Still, I wonder what all these other ones... Alright, that looks better. Oh yeah, that works beautifully. Now, all that remains is the background. I suppose I could smooth that out a little too. No. Nah, leave it alone. actually. I wonder. That doesn't look too bad, actually. And so in that case, select all, and let's shrink this down again. Just a smidge. Okay, actually, let's go back. Leave the bottom as it is. Stop it! What am I going to do for the background? Do I want to add a background? I think I do. But what? What kind of background indeed? That is a good question. I think I've got something. It's gonna take a little planning. Find the colors that'll match. Let's go into something new. Just 500 by 500 will do. Do that. At the next one. Okay, I think I've got my plan. this invisible completely, because I don't need it anymore. Let's then move on to the next color. Create a nice multi-gradient effect. Okay, next. Down just a little bit. Make sure the offset is right there. Good. Last but not least, let's get rid of that. Okay, not bad, not bad. Maybe a little too bright. Well, that's what dealing with saturation's for. What happens if I change the hue? There are quite a lot of effects to choose from. But let's stick with this one. I think I'm gonna do one more. This time the other way. Reverse that. Alright, and that's on this layer. Multiply? No. Addictive. No. Color burn. This doesn't look too shabby, actually, but still a little much. Actually. Nah. Color dodge. Oh, wow. Hello, Sunset Boulevard. Reflect. Huh. Interesting. Glow. No. Overlay? No. Difference? Yeah, hell no. Negation? No. Lighten? Darken? Screen? Ugh. And this Zor, I think this is. Oh, God, no. Ah! Definitely not. I don't even know what I'm doing right now. Let's go back a bit. There's some color to this. Maybe that'd change things. Maybe. Now let's see how this color combo looks. Multiply. Reflective. Color burn. No, too red. Color dodge. No. Reflector. Glue. Nope. Overlay. Yeah, screw it. I keep thinking there's more I should add, but... What if I invert these colors? What would that look like? And if I adjusted the hue? Huh. Relatively the same thing. Kind of. Huh. Looks as though I'll make a GIF out of that. Just seeing those two hugging, and then you see a whole rainbow of colors in the background. A real psychedelic experience. I don't know. I just don't know. But there is one thing I can do. To overlay mode with this. Render clouds. Increase the scale. Make it much softer looking. No, that won't work. Some of these I don't even know. I don't know what I'm doing at this point. I feel like I'm just getting kind of... Oh, it's still 10 minutes. Yeah, leave it. I'm just completely lost. I think I may have an idea, though. Who am I kidding? I think I'm just gonna call that good, because honestly, I don't know what I'm doing at this point. Yeah, I'm just doing whatever I want to, I suppose. By necessity, that's not really a good thing. But just the same, I'm calling this as good as done. I can't think of anything else to do with it. Kind of appropriate we have ending music playing for this. It's a good old sign and date, and probably call that enough. Normally I sign in red, but I think in this case... I'm doing a little overlay. There. So now it kind of blends in with the background, but it's still visible. Or at least blends in with the image altogether. I think right here where it was is good. Well, ladies and gents, I guess for the most part, that's it. Hope you found this entertaining in some way. Pardon me. Needed a good stretch there. But, yeah, just good old-fashioned love. Can't go wrong with it, no matter who you are. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. And until next time, everybody. I'm gone. I guess I don't know how else to sign this off. Well, good night, folks.